Okay, I'm gonna explain the coupling system here. First, we got the red emergency line and the blue service line. They should not be dry rotted, cracked, or leaking any air. One end goes to the tractor outlet, tight with no leaks, right here. The other end goes to the glad hand, tight with no leaks, right here. Okay, the glad hand itself should not be cracked, welded, or repaired. This rubber grommet right here should be soft to the touch, not dry rotted or cracked. No oil or water should be coming from there. If you have oil coming out of there, you got a bad air compressor. Now these lines, let me connect the glad hand, needs a little WD-40. The air lines should be 6 to 12 inches from the catwalk. Next you have the green electrical cord. It should not be dry rotted, cracked, or spliced open with any wires hanging out. Each end has a plug here and here with 7 pinholes that plugs into an outlet on the trailer and an outlet on the tractor. Each outlet has 7 pins. No corrosion or dirt between those connections. Also 6 to 12 inches from the catwalk. Dummy coupler mounted and secured, not cracked. Next over here we have the fifth wheel. Okay, no gap between the skid plate and the apron. Okay, the skid plate should be properly greased, not cracked, and the apron should be mounted underneath the trailer. This right here. No cracks are damaged, no cracked welds. Then in the back of the fifth wheel, back here, you have the locking jaw that should be wrapped around the shank of the kingpin. The kingpin is mounted to the apron. It should not be bent or cracked or damaged, and mounted securely to the apron. Then we have the release handle right here that should be in the lock position when coupled to the trailer. Sometimes there's a little safety latch here. Next we have the fifth wheel that sits on the fifth wheel bracket. The bracket sits on the platform. The platform sits on the fifth wheel frame. There's 2 layers here. One here, one here. Okay, this fifth wheel frame is this part right here, which is mounted to the tractor frame. They're all held together by the mounting bolts. They should not be missing. Now, as you can see, there's no sliding fifth wheel, so this fifth wheel does not slide back and forth. None of the trucks here at Columbia Driving School slide back and forth. But what you want to say is about the sliding fifth wheel pins, if it did, is that it adjusts the clearance between the trailer and the tractor. Or you could call it the header board and the tractor. It also adjusts the clearance between the tire and the apron. And the other clearance is between the frame and the landing gear. So that on a tight turn, you don't hit the landing gear on the splash guard or the axle or anything else. That is everything for the coupling system. One more thing, the sliding fifth wheel pins also would adjust the weight in the trailer.